In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at drawing the 3/4 view of a person's nose. So this is just a basic construction video, so there will be some adjustments when you're drawing the full face, but we're going to take a look at some of the general things that we're looking for. And the first thing I want to do is make sure I'm looking at the nose of the person I'm drawing. Remember, I'm thinking about, is it measurable and observable? I don't want to make things up. So I'm going to begin by measuring and drawing the angle of the bridge of the nose. So when I look at my person, I'm thinking about the bridge of the nose. So I'm just going to give myself a little bridge of the nose. And in my case, that bridge was straight. So I'm going to go ahead and, as I see that bridge of the nose, I'm going to go ahead and sketch in where that bridge of the nose is. The next thing I want to do is I want to measure and draw from the bridge of the nose down the top plane, the flattest part of the nose, down and to the tip of the nose. So what I'm looking for is, what is that angle? And so I'm going to draw it from both sides of my bridge of nose line. So I don't want this to be a long line. I want it to be a general idea of the width of the bridge. And now I'm looking for the angle. So my person is facing this way a little bit. So my angle is going to come here and here. So I'm going to measure it. And I can already see that this is generally where my bridge of my nose is coming. And I'm going to check the other angle as well, because it should be pretty parallel. I may have marked that over a little bit. Yeah. So it should be fairly parallel to this line. And now this bridge of my nose is going to be parallel to the tip of my nose. So now I've established the nose plane. That is that flatter part of the top of someone's nose. And so even though it's not flat on their nose, it does have a general flatness to it. So I want to be sure when I do this measurement to only measure to the tip of the nose and not the base of the nose. Some people, their base of their nose is going to be farther down. Some people, their tip of their nose is going to be farther down. Again, it's all about what you measure and observe on your person. So we connected these lines. They're the same angle for the bridge of the nose. We've drawn the connection for the tip of the nose here. So now I want to measure and draw the angle from the bridge of the nose to the outer nostril. So kind of like we did for the profile view. From this bridge, where is the outside edge of my outer nostril? So I'm going to measure that on my person. And it's going to be roughly here. Oh, I was pretty good on where I marked that. So this is that outer edge. And then after I've established that, now I'm looking for the angle from the bridge of the nose I did to the outer nostril. Now from the outside edge, this one facing me, to the base of the nose at that outer nostril. So I'm looking for this angle. Where is it from the tip to here? So I'm going to measure that on my person. And I can see that it's roughly here. So it's a little lower than what I've drawn. So I want to extend this down. And then the next thing that I want to do is check the measure and draw my general angle from the outer edge over here to the base of the outer nostril that's over here. And on my person's outer nostril is still over here, that outside edge. So I'm going to check that. And I'm going to see it's roughly this angle. So about here. That's the angle. So notice it's not the same as from this side to my outer nostril. So from here to the base of the outer nostril, what is that angle measurement? Now I'm going to draw a line to connect the base of the nose from one outer nostril to the other to give me a general construction. So you can see it's starting to look like a nose, right? And then I want to measure and draw the ball of the nose. So this is often going to touch the base of the nose, and it'll determine where the center of the nose is located. So when you're looking at your person, you're looking for this general ball of the nose. And, you know, get close with it. I know it's not going to be exact. And then once I have that, I'm looking to measure and draw the angle of the inner and outer nostrils. So in this case, my person, I can't really see much except a line for this nostril that's touching the ball of the nose. But on the other side, I can see the nostril. So I'm looking for where is that nostril, and I can see that it touches my ball of nose. So I'm going to look for that angle, and I'm going to bring that angle like this, and then I'm looking for that other angle that goes away from it, and mine is going to be pretty darn close to that line that I put in there. And remember, they might be more curved. For now, we're just kind of focusing on the general shape. And then I'm looking for where is the placement of that outer nostril. So remember, I'm looking, where does it start? Mine starts about here, not quite the top. And it's in a little bit from the edge. And it comes out and curves around and curves down around where that nostril would be on the inside. And then I have to think about the same thing on the other side. So if my tip of nose is here on my person, it's a little bit lower than that, and it's angled the same way. So I can barely make out an edge if this is the edge of my nose. And then I'm going to, again, look at if this is where my eye line is, or close to my eye line, right? This is going to go up for my eyebrows. And then I'm looking at what's this shape. And so on my person, it kind of does this, and then the ball of their nose comes out a little bit. So this is the general shape, and I have this kind of coming up for the other eyebrow. So again, keep your lines light. For the purposes of the demo, I've done things darker so that you can see it. But if you can keep your lines light, you won't have to erase lines when you put your values in. You'll be able to put your values in right over your template. So always, always, always check your measurements. You always want to make sure that you're measuring correctly. And then when you come to put your values in, then it'll start to look more and more like the person's nose.